What's happening, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Brothers Geek Out podcast. Two brothers geeking out, going to give you our thoughts on the pop culture world, on things we've watched, on things we've done, and some real world issues too. As usual, guys, please check the description for the timestamp. If you don't want to hear what we've been up to, some of our thoughts on real world issues, you can skip straight to the Geek Out news. It'll be the first thing in the description that says Geek Out news starts here. You can just click on that, takes you straight to the Geek Out news. On that note, always joined by my brother, Kibler. What's happening, bro? I was just about to say, joined by my brother from another mother, but I'm like, no. That's with other brothers, man. Anyway, go on.
Nah, all good, bro. Hold on, let's get this mic. Can you hear me clearly? Yeah,
Yeah, I can hear you.
all good. All right, yeah, no, all good, bro. It's been a busy week. Just trying to keep up with things at the moment, man. I'm finding it difficult to find the time for stuff. I know last week I felt a bit run down just because the cold's going around. Laura's bringing in stuff from school, and I didn't train, so I think first day of training was yesterday again, and just slow stuff. So getting time, I want to make more time for that, I suppose. And it's hard to kind of fit everything in. Luckily, we have Atira who's covering the events and the screenings, which is absolutely amazing. And the reviews have been getting great response as well, which is like insane, bro. You know, when Warner Brothers is sharing our stuff, when Paramount is sharing our stuff, uh, it's it's a good. I keep saying, look, as much as the world is in turmoil right now and there's so much stuff going on, there's little wins in there for us that as a family is, you know, that legacy is there, bro. You know what I mean? Which keeps me joyful about things as well. And I think training past 2 days and today at lunchtime kind of got rid of a lot of the stress that I had for work and stuff because I was sleeping shit last week. And like I just tell people just a reminder because like, you know, sometimes life stuff does get hard. Uh, and it will be hard. It's never going to be an easy run. But having time for yourself, having time to get away from everything and go in to do something. I mean, having that 30 minutes in the gym yesterday kind of cleared my head because I know that while I had that cold, I was working, I was rectifying some issues at work, trying to deal with stuff here. Like, bro, I did this silly mistake. So I think it was last year summer, I bought a safe for the room. Come on, I was just about to debate it and say where it is. What safe? Yeah. Bro, man, I didn't write a note of the code. I didn't
Oh,
put it on, you know, I didn't write a note of usually you write a note or you have something somewhere that you put that you can always remember. Motherfucker had to break the thing, bros,
oh.
which was a mission. It wasn't that. It's because there's important stuff in there, yeah. And I'm beating myself up because I'm like, how the fuck that I didn't write the code down. First thing, bro. There's a safety lock key. And when I
Oh,
broke the thing open, guess what's inside, bro? The
so you,
safety key and the code.
oh, basic. So you pull it in the safe.
So like I had my hope moment and really upset with myself when it comes to organization at the moment, but it is messy and hard. And I think as a parent, I don't know how mum and dad kept on top of those things, but when you have your own place and you're trying to find something and you don't have it in the right place and kids have misplaced it or you've misplaced it and it's hard, bro. It's like it really mind boggles you. I didn't sleep for a couple of nights, bro, because it had important stuff that I needed out of there. I just found it really hard and like how my mind works now, man. Really took its toll on me. And like, anybody who's a parent or anybody who listens to this and struggling with things like that, man, these things happen, man. It's just try and not be so harsh on yourself. Forgive yourself. Find a way. Find a solution. I think I lost a lot of nights of sleep last week, which was horrendous. And because I was ill, my body felt shit. So I'm worried. I'm stressed. I'm not training. Cold. Lose. That's total shutdown. And you know, I'm starting to make mistakes at work. I'm starting to make mistakes at home. So I just need to be a bit more organized with the way I do things a bit more this year as well. I keep saying work smarter, but I seem to work harder every time, which is like mind-boggling. But other than that, bro, good things happened. This week has been a delight for us geeks. Our heart is content. Uh, Luckily, I got to go to a special screening the other day for Dune 2, which is something we'll touch base on later on. But yeah, man, listen, man, I've been trying to get through, I suppose, with what's happening in Gaza at the moment, and all, like I feel like we're too late, man. So many people lost, so many people gone, and it still affects me. It's still my day-to-day stuff. It still affects me because why wouldn't it? Because you've got kids dying, you've got families dying, you're getting people being displaced. The more I watch these fools talk, it's like a broken record.
I
And
don't
it's
listen
like
to
you
them.
could
I
see
can't
the
hear them.
media
I don't
starting
want to hear
to.
them no more. I don't. I'm sorry, but all the Israeli spokespeople, I do not want to see their faces, and I don't want to hear their voices.
No, bro.
Really, they're
So trust
evil
me,
to me.
it's
They're evil.
they are, they are, they are
They're
pure evil,
pure evil.
Human shields, human shields. They keep saying that
They
Hamas, Hummus, and human
they're the
shields and stuff.
devils, man. They are the devils. They are the supervillains. They are everything evil that you could think of, be it in comic books, in the world. This is real. This is real. But anything evil, they are that, and I do not want to listen to them. Because, like I say, when you justify 30,000 people dead, when you justify over 12,000 children dead, I feel it's like 9,000 women, 9,000 men. So if you used to just categorize children, women, and men, they've killed 12,000 children and then 8,000 women, 8,000 men, something like that. They've killed more children than anything. So if you're justifying the death of over 12,000 children, you're literally killing children. There is no Hamas. I mean, there is Hamas. You're not trying to kill Hamas. You are trying to kill children. That's what you're trying to do. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear them no more. I do my very best not to listen to them. I don't want to see none of their faces. To me, they're the devil. They are evil in this world, and I don't want to see their faces, and I don't want to hear their shit because it upsets me. It generally, I do not want to see these people. Like I say, all these
No, I don't
Zionist
blame you, bro. I don't
Israeli
blame you. They're,
spokespeople, be it from the UK,
they're,
from Israel, from US. I don't want to hear none of them. And it's not that I just want to hear pro-Palestinian people. It's not that because those people are evil. You're killing children. I don't care. You're killing innocent people, but you're killing children. I don't want to hear that shit anymore from these evil people. That's it. It's like listening to, like I say, it's like listening to I don't know, that watching the movie Seven and having what's his name, the main villain trying to, I don't know, justify himself or giving him his perspective. And it's like watching any psychopathic movie and just listening to the main villain justifying himself, explaining himself, or whatever it is. Silence of the Lamb. Anything evil, man. Taking it back to movies, but they're disgusting people, and the Western media is a full-on corporate to this genocide. They should be sued too because they're as evil as anyone. If you're a journalist, if you think you're a real journalist, and not that I mean, like I work in the industry, but I'm not a journalist. But if you genuinely think that you're a journalist and you're genuinely writing, you think you're writing genuinely good pieces, and you're just excluding anything that happens to the Palestinian people, the Palestinian children, and you're just writing pro-Israel stuff, and you think you're genuinely doing a good job, you're genuinely doing good to the world, you are as evil as them. You're disgusting. That's why I keep saying, guys, check out Neutral News, check out Breaking Points, check out Mark Lamont Hill, check these guys out. This is news from both perspectives. Real news, real journalism, real human journalism, not no bullshit corporate media, which is controlled by advertising and stuff. And same with like, Super Bowl bullshit, propaganda ad and all that sort of bullshit. Evil people. I don't, it gets me angry. I watch stuff every fucking day. I keep saying I got access to dead babies on my phone, on my Instagram. I got access to dead babies every day. Every single day. How the hell are we in that kind of world? And how are people still watching that and justifying it like it's okay? Not one of them are like, shit, I think we've gone too far. Listen, I'm born and raised Israeli. I support my country. I want my country to do the best. I want my country to be safe. But this is wrong. We're killing babies. Not one of them has said that. And the reason by it being is because they are murderers. They are not innocent. These people, these politicians and these right-wing villains of the world are murderers. That's why none of them will even just be like, this is wrong. We've gone too far. Stop, guys. Like, We've killed enough. We can find another solution now. Nope. They just want to kill more babies. I mean, look, they put over 1.5 million people in Rafah, which is like the size of Heathrow Airport, apparently. 1.5 million people, right? And now they're bombing that place. That place was supposed to be a safe zone, and now they're bombing it on the Super Bowl while the Super Bowl was happening. And we'll talk about the trailers and stuff. I know we're getting excited about that, but while the Super Bowl was happening, while the whole world is, or while the whole of the US, sorry, is being distracted, while they play propaganda ads, they ended up bombing Rafah, which is supposed to be a safe zone. It's full of 1.5 million people or more, maybe, or whatnot, and it's the size of Heathrow Airport. I mean, there's no justification. I think the ICJ court hearing is happening end of this month, so in a week or two. You know, again, it shouldn't have taken a month. It should, but anyway,
It's too late, bro. It's
but
too late.
hopefully by then, fuck, you know, because even since January when they first gave them a month, nothing's changed. So they should be like, well, nothing's changed. You guys are still doing horrible, disgusting genocide. We are putting a genocide case on you, and that's it. And nothing's gonna happen because they're going on like no one could do nothing to them. And the fact is they can't because the US backs them up. But if they have a court case on them saying that they're committing genocide and they carry on doing what they're doing, they're just exposing themselves. Again, I was listening to this book by Norman Frankenstein, and it's the same thing. Like every year, they just lose reputation, and they keep doing it, but only because they got the US backing them up. But apparently, there was 2 times that the US put sanctions on them, and one of them was under George Bush. I think it was the senior. I think it was senior, and another one was some old president back in the days because I think they went kind of too far or whatnot. So that's 2 times actually did it, but all the other times never. But you know, it just takes, you know, a human being to, I don't know. It's just the US, really. It's just the backing of the US, man. That needs to jump in and stop this shit, man, because it's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. Fuck. I get so angry. I get so upset just because these murderous, evil bastards are getting away with it, and they're just doing what they want. I'm watching Breaking Point. Mark Lamont Hill every day has an update. Every single day, shit that the mainstream won't talk about. So I listen to that. It's like a short 15, 20-minute update. It's worth listening to every day just so you know what's happening. Breaking Points, again, Crystal and Saga, they pick on, again, anything that's happening from both sides. I'm not saying that they're just pro-Palestine. They're not. They're pro both sides. But most of the shit's happening from the Israeli side. So that's why they're putting news on that. There was this column piece that they were just listening to now where these motherfucking terrorists, IDF, are going into Palestinians' house in Gaza, where they told them to evacuate, finding food and cooking their food and eating it and making like a show about it on TikTok about this is the food I ate, and all boasting why all the Palestinians are starving to death, and then there's a humanitarian crisis going on, and they're doing that. The kids are dying due to starvation, and these evil terrorists, disgusting soldiers are doing this and putting it on TikTok and all that sort of stuff like it's a fun thing. These are evil human beings on this planet. There is no justification for them. There is no nothing. I don't like listening to these seniors talking about them a moral army. They're the most evil human beings on the planet, right? And we've seen evil in this world, not in our lifetimes, but in this century, we've seen evil people. They just fit straight up there as the most evilest motherfuckers on the planet, and they're doing that while they're killing children, and children are starving to death. Disgusting, evil human beings. It gets me angry. It gets me upset. But yeah, I don't know, man. I could go on about it for ages, but just expressing anger, really. I just think these people are the most evil people on the planet. Never have I ever, in our lifetime, did I. Yeah, 75 years of this shit. And really, I mean, I'm glad the whole world's talking about it now, because that's what they've been keeping a secret for 75 years, or been trying to. But this has been the social media, even though they try and control that shit, this has been the best anyway. The whole world's talking about it. Evil motherfuckers. They will go down in history with some of the most evil regimes in the world. They think they're not, and the US are backing them up, but they know as well. They will go down, and you know, in the UK as well, these governments, man, that are supporting them they know that this is going down as the most evil people in history. That's what they're going down as in history. Colonizing evil motherfuckers. That's exactly. There is no difference to them and any other evil colonizing regime. Simple. Fuck, I could go on forever. Fuck them.
Yeah, no, that's all good, bro. So like, yeah, same thing. It's heartbreaking. It's still affecting me. Still raising money, guys. Check out our social media pages. The links there in our bio. Help support Gaza. Can't believe how bad it's got, but it's. I find it's like it's too late. There's only so much we can do. If the people, larger people, are not doing anything about it. Yes, as people getting together, we're doing the marches, we're doing everything. But it's weird, bro. I had this thought the other day where I was like, listen, my guy, Martin Luther King, get assassinated, did the Million Man March. We're still experiencing racism to this day. This is a pure example of it. So how many marches we're going to do to see more people die? It is heartbreaking because it makes you feel like we can't do enough. We can't do enough. And if we do anything extreme, my name's already Mohammed, bro. I'm going to be a terrorist. I'm not a terrorist.
We're not
Muslims are
extreme.
terrorists.
We're not extreme.
We're
That's
not
all
extremists.
propaganda.
Yeah,
Fact, you know
yeah.
what? The fact of the matter is, you know what? That's propaganda. Yeah, there's some Muslims and no, some people do bad shit and they happen to be Muslim or they try to say it in Muslim names and then the media runs with it and propaganda runs with it, so it makes us all look bad. That's just all propaganda bullshit. Again, look in history, look in the last 100 years. What countries have we tried to, as Muslims, had tried to invade and take over and ethnically cleanse and all that sort of shit? Really, think about that, man. Yeah, there's some evil people out there, but just because they happen to be Muslims doesn't mean shit. They don't mean to represent us, man. Again, just like when those fucking psychos go into schools and kill children, what, do they represent all Caucasian people? Do they represent all Christian people? Fuck no. No, they don't. Right? So people, listen, we're going to always have to argue that stupid case, but that's because propaganda media, this whole Palestine-Israel situation, they started this shit as well. It's all propaganda bullshit. And if people still think that, you know what? You need to just open your eyes. You need to understand that individuals don't represent whole people. But when you got a whole country and nation and government that are causing terrorism towards a whole bunch of people, yes, then you can say, yes, they're the evil group of people. These Zionist colonizers are a whole evil group of people because you got a whole nation who are murdering and bombarding and ethnically cleansing and raping and whatever they're doing, everything evil to a whole nation of Palestinian people. You do not have a whole nation of Muslims, like over a million Muslims going to different countries, going to another country and invading them and bombing them and killing the children and all that sort of stuff. You don't have that. You just have some stupid, disgusting regimes, which most of them were funded by the West anyway, but you have some disgusting people, yeah, but they don't represent us. You don't have a whole country doing that. That's that's what's happening. The Zionist colonizing regime, country, whole government system is doing that to a group of people. So you tell me who the fuck are the real terrorists? Fuck off with that terrorist shit, man.
Bro, I totally feel you, man. It's a full-on thing. It's a full-on thing. But yeah, let's I know past couple of episodes we've gone quite deep into this, and I want to still push that message out. But then sometimes the conversation can divert to different ways, and I feel like I sometimes speak my mind way too much and realize I could throw off people as well in the process. But it's just, how the situation's made me feel. I've calmed down a lot more because I feel like we're too late. I fucking hate saying that, but we're too late. Too many people, we've lost too many lives already. And the thing is, those lives are lost in vain because we couldn't do, we are doing stuff, bro. And the message is out there. The message is still strong. The algorithm can't stop us. We've lost too many people. We've lost too many people, man.
And we're going to lose more. There's the famine coming. There's a whole humanitarian crisis going on, but we're going to lose a lot more. But no, I don't think listen, it's too late if we stop and we just let nothing happen. Immortal Technique said this: only one Palestinian in the world needs to survive, and that's a winner. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get rid of all the Palestinians and trying to steal that land. If one Palestinian survives, that's a win, right? And obviously we don't want to ever get to that situation, but that's the point. That's the way we got to see it. We've got to keep fighting this and keep speaking about it and keep posting shit on your social media and getting exposed in the news. Like the shit that I post on my social media, like I said, it will never be violence, anything like that. It will never be hate. It's news that the corporate media does not show. So I will post news from, like I said, Al Jazeera, Lamont Hill, Breaking Point, whoever. That's what I'm putting out there. I'm just putting the news from the other side, which the mainstream media won't do. And if the corporate media did do the news properly, like they're supposed to, listen, we wouldn't be in this situation. We wouldn't be, because the whole world will be informed. But because propaganda is a part of colonizing, propaganda is a part of the whole colonization regime. It's the best way to do it. Evil regimes have done this in the past. It's a part of the strategy. It's a part of the strategy, and that's what they're supposed to do. And let's be real, the US does have a big influence. I mean, all the pop culture shit we talk about, where's it from? It's all from the US. Like, we are heavily influenced by it. And I don't hate the US. I don't hate the West. I love it because it's given me so much stuff that I enjoy. It's a lot of my identity as well. But I don't identify with that part. I do not identify with the violence, with the colonialism, with the murder. But a lot of people don't. I mean, when I say a lot of people, I think fucking 90, I could comfortably say 90% of the Western people don't identify with that. Of course they don't. They're fucking peaceful people like us. It's unfortunate, you know, again, it all comes down to the leaders. It all comes down to specific leaders and people in charge, unfortunately, who put that, you know, control shit, which, you know, pushes the propaganda onto us regular people. They really want us regular people to be against each other. That's the best way they can control shit.
Yeah.
We can't let them succeed.
Society's been like that. Yeah.
We can't let them succeed. We need to unite as people. Doesn't matter, man. We need to unite as people. That's why we would win. Us people would always win. There's more of us than them. Oh, yes, we don't have the weapons and the power and shit, but there's more of us than them. If we unite, it's a different thing.
No, exactly, bro. I know. It's all about uniting and trying to get people on our side, man. But that's always the harder part. We'll leave it as that.
Leave it as that. Guys, don't stop talking about Palestine. Keep talking. Keep donating.
Donate, guys.
All right, well, let's get into some geek out news. Right, there's been a lot of shit that's happening. Right, a lot of smiles this week. There's been some smiles from an artificial pop culture world as well, but we have to talk about it because this is the shit that we talk about. Let's start off with the thing that broke the internet first this week. Fucking hell, Deadpool 3 trailer finally released, and it broke records as the most viewed trailer of all time, over 365 million views in 24 hours. I think second was Endgames or No Way Home or Far From Home, whichever one the most viewed. It smashed the internet and it was awesome. It was awesome. I have not felt so happy to see a Marvel trailer since probably No Way Home. Oh no, Doctor Strange really, but then the movie disappointed. Well, no, it didn't disappoint. I had too much over expectations, which is why I'm not listening to any breakdowns of the trailers. I don't listen to any theories, none of that shit no more. I want to go in, I want to watch the trailers because I'm excited, but I don't want to hear about anyone's theory except what I'm looking forward to see. But that trailer was fucking fantastic. And I tell you why as well, from my opinion. They didn't give anything away. Of course, we knew Wolverine was in it, but they just gave us one clip of him at the end. There was some other little sneak peeks of they saying him in a white suit in Mandrapore, the one with the eye patch.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Easter eggs and shit in that trailer itself. But the fact that they just put Wolverine at the end, just a little bit, they didn't give anything away in that trailer. It was an amazing, I think it was a great trailer. And please, for trailer 2, for TV spots, just don't give anything away. Just do what you just did there. Deadpool, cracking joke. Yes, TVA, multiverse. Okay, of course. Don't spoil it like you did with Doctor Strange. Please. Bro, such a smiles throughout the whole fucking trailer.
Yeah, I did an episode with Wolver Steve yesterday, and we shared our joy on Deadpool, and we shared our joy on the other thing that came out as well. But just in general, bro, it was a perfect teaser. It's a long 2-minute teaser. But it was perfect. It was a brilliant way to introduce Deadpool into the MCU and bring the hype, bro. But that is a good teaser trailer because I suppose if they showed us, because I know in the next trailer they're going to show us Wolverine. Now we know it's Deadpool and Wolverine movie. They will show their banner in the next trailer. As long as they don't give away any cameos, plot holes, all that business, just make it a fun trailer. I know it's going to be like a buddy cop movie as well. I just so really enjoyed the knowing that we're going to get that character and just Deadpool's vibe, man. It was a fun trailer, bro. There's not much I can say because we don't know much about what the story's going to be. You know, people have already started to put. Sorry, guys. There's loads of people I unfollowed because I don't want to know theories and stuff like that. So you know, new rock stars,
Yeah.
comicbook.com. Good night, unfollow,
They,
unfollow. And I've started been doing that for a long time.
yeah, I have to say before, they are amazing at what they do. They are amazing
Exactly.
at breaking down the trailers, and they are amazing. So if you guys want to see that, follow them. 100 new rock stars
Yeah.
do it amazingly. But I don't want to. After Doctor Strange, bro, I did not want to see none of this shit no more. I unfollowed all of them because I just don't want to go in with certain expectations and then just feel disappointed. So that's why I stopped all of that stuff. But guys, if you want to see breakdowns of trailers and see Easter eggs and hear theories, New Rockstars is one of the best, I would say, from my opinion.
No, definitely. Very good, very good. They break down everything really well and it's understandable and they do some great videos. So I'm just saying in general, the reason why I've stopped is just because I wanna experience things fresh now. Like I don't want that type of building the hype. Does that make sense? Like I ended up falling down a deep rabbit hole of fucking Mephisto and all sorts of shit.
Yeah, bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
Please.
I mean, look, phase one to all the way to Endgame, I didn't follow none of them guys. To be honest with you, I
Yeah.
didn't know they existed at that point. I didn't follow none of them guys. And to be honest, I enjoyed watching the trailers. And I was like, oh my God, I can't wait. Like the excitement was awesome. And then after I started following them, I just fell into a rabbit hole of watching every single one of their episodes and everything. And then and to be fair, Doctor Strange, it wasn't them. It was the trailers that ruined things. So I just hope Marvel don't do that. But I do have to say, I have not been excited for a Marvel movie or Marvel trailer than this. Like since Doctor Strange, this was just when you thought, you know, comic book movies and MCU movies are going downhill. Boy, they bring out two. We're gonna go into the second one in a bit. And I watched another movie which kind of was very.
Hold up. So you go into that, start talking about that. I haven't seen it. I will wait for VHS for this movie. But I've just commented on somebody's post about madameweb and I said, bro, amazing movie. I can't wait. They're looking to do a sequel. I'm excited. He's gonna be pissed by that comment. But yeah, tell him I need to go toilet, bro.
All right, so you want me to talk about that? I'm
Go.
gonna spoil the shit out of it, guys. I watched
Go,
Madam
go,
Web
go, go for it.
yesterday.
Jump on it.
Going into there, I'm gonna spoil the shit out of it. But to be honest with you guys, you might as well wait for VHS. You might as well wait for fucking floppy disk if it's gonna come out on a floppy disk or whatever it is. Guys, listen, you know me and Kibs, we like everything. We try to like everything. So I'm gonna tell you the positives that I took away from that movie. Not that they got me excited. I was just like, okay, it's in the Spider-Man universe, right? It's a part of the Spider-Man universe. Now, I'm coming from a individual who doesn't know much about Madam Web from the comic book, so maybe there's something there. You know, there was references to Ben Parker. Ben Parker was in it, sorry, Peter Parker and all that sort of stuff. What's the name? Peter's mum was in the movie. She was pregnant. Okay, there's that part. Okay, cool. Didn't get me excited. It wasn't like, oh my God, Peter Parker, Ben Parker. No, it was just like, oh, okay, of course, they've been in this. The movie was horrendous. And I think it got the lowest scorings of all Sony Spider-Verse or Spider-Universe movies of all time. Just under Morbius. I think Morbius was like 16%. This was 15. It was bad. It was so bad. I gave it a chance, you know. I sat there watching it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it for what it was. Listen, I don't even use this word at all. I don't even think it's part of my vocabulary. But as I was watching this, I was like, this movie is dull. It's dull. And even when dramatic scenes were happening, and again, I'm no actor, so I can't do shit, right? And I don't know the direction taken, but even when dramatic scenes were happening, it was fucking dull. The villain was so bad. Again, guys, my opinion, I gave you what I thought was my positives because I wanted to give some positives, but those positives don't really mean shit. Even the villain was terrible. And then the acting was so dull. The whole movie was dull. I have to be honest, and I'm spoiling it. When you saw the three females in their Spider-Man costume, spider costumes, they look bad. We're talking about CW style costume. It looked terrible. The whole plot of the movie, to be honest with you, it was bad. The end, the action scenes, pretty damn bad. The villain, terrible. Her origin, all of that, in my opinion, terrible. And listen, guys, listen. The three girls, and shout outs to them, man. I mean, like, listen, credit to them. They did their job. They did their job. And I can never do their job. Even the creator, even the director, even everything, I can never do their job. But what I'm saying, the three girls, I know what you're trying to do. And it didn't. And listen, I know there's this whole diverse equity and inclusion thing. But I think you're doing a disservice when you keep making shit movies with diverse characters, female diverse characters. If you keep making shit, you're making the situation worse, for fuck's sakes. I know what you tried to do. I'm sorry, man, but I'm saying out straight. You had very beautiful, sorry, they're supposed to be teenagers and girls, but I think in real life they're older. So they have very beautiful girls. One Caucasian girl, one Latin American girl, and one African American girl. Stunning, all three. I see what you're trying to do. It was bad. Why? None of them made sense. Okay, they tried to connect them to Madam Web. It was bad connection. Like, it was fucking terrible. Like, don't do that, man. Like, stop trying to do these diverse equity and inclusion movies and whatever and give us shit content. You're making this situation bad. What would have been amazing for Madam Web is if you just bust her in a multiverse story somewhere, Secret Wars. You would be like, oh, fuck. You don't need a whole movie with a shit plot like you just did in a shit movie because you just made it worse. And you made it worse for the actress Dakota, or whatever her name is, to be Madam Web. No, you made it worse for the whole fucking movement. And maybe that's the agenda. Maybe that's they're like, guys,
bro. It is there.
like,
I noticed it. There's a trend. There's a trend there. There's a
Maybe
trend
that's
there.
the
They have
agenda.
to make a movie every year. That's the contract.
No, but
Every 2-3 years.
But what I'm saying is the whole agenda of diverse equity inclusion. Maybe the agenda is actually to fuck it up. So like, let's just make a whole bunch of bullshit and let people show people this shit doesn't work. Listen, it does work when you give a good content. When it's great content, it's amazing. What you did here was absolutely bollocks. In Dad's word, bollocks, 100%. Right? The end was so bad. It was so bad. I'm sorry, man. This bitch looked like Professor X, all eyes all fucked up in a rolling wheelchair and shit, telling the future. Like, literally, like, oh, like saying bless you before she sneezes and da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, oh, God, this is some fucked up Professor X looking like fucked up. Like, well, I don't know what the fuck you do. It was so bad. The movie was bad. I'm sorry, guys. Wait for floppy disk. You know, you don't have to waste money on don't even waste money on a VHS, man. Try and get it on a floppy disk or something. It was very terrible, man. Listen, hey, I went to the cinema. I am very biased towards comic book movies. I would always go to the cinema because I just enjoy. I guess I like that vibe of comic book movies, but I can't believe how bad this one was. This is the worst. Even like, you know, with the Marvels, at least that one was fun. At least like Kamala Khan was funny and she was exciting and she brought a lot of joy to it. At least Captain Marvel was powerful. Monica Rambeau, even though there was some cheese there, but at least she looked good. She went into the movie. Like this one, wow. I was sat there. I remember looked at my wife halfway through and I said, this movie is shit. And she was just laughing. And I was like, damn, man, this movie's bad. Like, what did they do? Why did they do this? Even the villain, this is how bad it was. The villain, every time he spoke, it almost was like a voiceover. You can hear the voiceover. It didn't even look like he was speaking. It was like a voiceover constantly. I'm like, what is this? So look, I think they rewrote the movie many times, and I think they could have rewrote it 1,000 times, and it wouldn't have been good. Listen,
so who was the villain in the Spider-Man suit then? Who was he supposed to be?
I don't fucking know, bro. He was some dude listen, the plot of the movie is there's these magical spiders in Peru somewhere, and the chemicals or the venom from these spiders the scientists wanted to go there because it can cure things, right? Madam Web's mum. But also from this venom, it gives people powers and shit, spider powers and whatnot, right? Different kind of powers and shit. And this dude was there trying to get those powers. But what he kept getting, he kept getting a vision as well, like Madam Web seeing the future of his death, which is of the three girls. So he had a mission almost like Terminator to go kill these three girls. And Madam Web herself, she had the vision of the girls dying, and she eventually saved them, and then they become heroes. But it was bad. He was shit. His suit, I'm like, don't make him look like Spider-Man at all. Like, he almost had a little Miles Morales type black suit or whatever. I mean, obviously they designed differently. No, don't do that. They did do
So
that.
did he have
but it
like
was
spider
bad.
powers and shit?
He had like no webs or nothing. That's Peter Parker. I think he discovered that. You know, climbing on walls, jumping and senses and whatnot. But these spiders gave Madam Web different powers, like again, seeing the future and stuff like that. The worst comic book movie. Listen, the worst comic book movie of like that I've ever seen. You know, that and She-Hulk. Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. I would have paid cinema to go watch that Deadpool trailer than watch this movie. If I had a choice and they said, hey, cinema, at this time on this day, you can either pay £10 to watch the Deadpool trailer, which is 2 minutes long, or £10 to watch the new comic book movie, Madam Web. What would you do? Knowing what I know now, I would 100% pay £10 to watch that Deadpool trailer in the cinema. It was horrendous. So guys, listen, watch it. If you want to go cinema, watch it. I wouldn't recommend it. If you can wait for VHS or, you know,
Floppy disk.
floppy disk or something. Wait for
SD
that.
card, SD card, man.
SD
Wait
card.
for a SD
Yeah,
card.
or wait for
No,
like
zip. What was it? Zip file. Zip file. What was it? Zip file.
zip. Yeah, if it's zip files, or what's even longer than that now? But like, I don't know, some 1940s technology.
Cassette
and shit.
tape.
Yeah, maybe go back to cassettes or something. Or listen, wait for that. I would recommend wait for that. Listen, it has nothing to do with the MCU. It has nothing to do with the Spider-Verse. Has nothing to do with any of the Spider-Man movies. So you don't have to worry about it. Oh, I'm gonna miss something out, right? Even with some of these movies, bro, with Miss Marvel, what did I tell everyone? Fuck, the movie was not the best. There were some fun parts, blah, blah, blah. But that ending, holy shit, I was off my seat. This movie, not even one bit. Oh, wow, you mentioned Peter Parker, or you mentioned Ben Parker was in it. Okay, he's a part of the Spider-Man universe. Like, it's not like you pick Ben Parker from the Tobey Maguire movie, so you would have been like, oh, it's him at least, they're in that universe, or Ben Parker from the from whatever other universe that you were familiar with. No, you know, it's not like it was gonna be. It doesn't fall into this universe at all. Thank God, it was bad. It was bad. It was a waste, and they killed the character. They killed Madam Web. Best way to bring her in, a female character, a powerful female character. Put her in one of the multiverse movies, and that was it. Even a 5-minute scene would have got everyone off their seats. Like, holy shit, Madam Web's in this. Nope.
That's true.
They gave her a full-ass movie and fucked her up. And I feel sorry for these actresses and whatnot. I hope their careers flourish after this. They get out of this universe and they flourish. But their Spider-Man characters, their MCU journey, they killed it. They just fucking killed it, man. It's the same with She-Hulk. I think they killed the lady Tatiana. I wish it all the success, but I think they killed that character in the MCU and whatnot. It's just bad. Look, I could shit on this movie all fucking day, man, but it does not connect with any Spider-Man movie or the MCU, so you will not be missing out on anything at all. At least with Morbius, and that was basic, but wasn't this bad. But at least with that, you had Vulture. You're like, oh, okay, that was nice. This one,
See, this is the problem. Like I don't know what they're thinking. Now it puts me in fear about what's going to happen with Kraven the Hunter, man.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that. They were like R-rated. R-rated doesn't make a movie good, guys. Just an FYI and whatnot. Listen, bro,
Exactly.
I didn't know this movie was out until Jakub said, hey, Tia, his daughter, was like, let's go watch Madam Web together. And I was like, oh, fuck, I didn't even know it was out. Like, that's how bad it is. And I guess they knew it was going to be bad, which is why there's no advertising and whatnot. But us not getting the premiere or none, but thank God you didn't watch it. You would have been like, oh boys, we've got our first Marvel movie premiere. Nah, and like you would have been like, what the fuck? I'm surprised they didn't give it to us. I'm surprised Marvel and Sony didn't reach out and say, hey, you guys, why don't you go check this one out?
They
Because
probably did. I haven't checked my emails, bro. Like, you know
oh
what? Let me check
God.
my junk emails now. It could be.
I
It could be,
literally, like
but
I said, I could shit on this movie all day. But listen, guys, honestly, like, you know, again, I want to love everything, but this was not good. But saying that, man, look, you know, you think that the comic book world movies are going to be shit. Thank God for Marvel to release the Deadpool trailer and the next trailer we're going to talk about, because immediately like, oh, there's hope. There's hope, man. There's hope in this superhero world, because the next thing that came out, which put smiles on my face from ear to ear, was the X-Men 97 trailer. And my God, that's just an animation. And I could not stop smiling because it was brilliant. It was fantastic. It took me back to 97. It was so good. What's your thoughts on that? I spoke for so long about it. What's your thoughts on that?
heartfelt, bro. Heartfelt, heartfelt. I absolutely adored that trailer. I had my Wolverine claws on. I was fucking proper moist yesterday, bro. Like I forgot work and everything. I was like, just fuck it, man. Let me. I just saw it come up on my timeline, bro, and then I couldn't stop talking about it with people. Everybody reached out to me. I got this, little video that I do to share my excitement. And then I did the trailer reaction. Like I didn't even see the trailer. I was just bare moist over the hype of it. I shared it, but I never watched it. But when I sat down to record myself to watch it, and I got emotional at the end. The sign came up, X-Men and fucking Wolverine jumping, like running, and claws getting charged up by Gambit on his back and shit. I'm like, what the, like, bro.
They're taking it next level.
And it's good. The action looks like it's going to be different. I feel like, yes, the animation style is still similar, but
Bit
different.
cleaner, right?
Bit clean,
When
yeah,
I
cleaner.
say cleaner, like it looked HD. And I know as I previously I said with certain things, something looking too HD might ruin the environment of the thing. But this looked really good. And I think with the
Listen, bro.
advancement of technology, the advancement of
Mm.
storytelling, the advancements of the X-Men and all, this is gonna be brilliant. And they got the same voices. The tune was there, like you said, when he charged up his claws. I'm like, that's fucking new and that's fucking awesome. And then when Cyclops at the end, I'm not gonna lie, when he was like my X-Men, when he called them like the Avengers, like how Cap called it, oh man, I was like, that is fucking good. Oh, it was so good. Listen, Marvel saved the week for comic book movies. Listen, I'm sorry, man, if they just released Madam Web and left it, it would have been bad. It would have been another bad week for Marvel and all that sort of shit. Comic book movies. I think Marvel knew, like, hey guys, this movie's coming out. We need to,
Reassure them.
yeah.
We need you to release these things and bring back the hype. No, listen, bro, absolutely amazing. Great reactions. A lot of talk back and forth. I've been talking to people on Facebook as well who's been interacting on our Facebook page. Guys, I keep forgetting. I never plug our Facebook page. We've got a Facebook page. All of our stuff does go around, circulates different stuff, but we seem to get more interaction on the Facebook. Like I think it's like on 10.8K on people are sharing it and they're talking, and some people are scared that it maybe not be what they want. But I said to them, you gotta understand, like it's gonna be introduced to a new audience as well. So it is going to be different. They have got the original writers back. They've got uh, the original showrunners on there as well. Massive thank you to the guys at X-Men, the animated series, because the original showrunners shared our clips.
Oh, for real, yeah? What are the
Yeah.
reaction clips?
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
So it's always delightful knowing that a creator retweets you or shares your work and stuff. It's Bro, it's fucking awesome, bro. Really got me emotional, got me excited, got me really hyped. Just excited to see where they go with it, bro. Definitely. I mean, they're continuing the story, so that makes it even better. I suppose you saw the little sneak peek at the beginning of the Daily Bugle paper coming down, and they showed you all the other mutants. They're gonna have the representation of what's her name? Hold up, Muslim. She's Muslim mutant, Muslim
What, not Kamala
mutant.
Khan, no? Next one.
No, not Kamala Khan. Her name is Dust. Dust, isn't it?
Oh, the
which is
Arabian one that turns into sand and shit.
yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
okay. Listen,
so that's interesting.
I yeah, man. The tune, like they just took us back. I mean, it's great when you bring it back and do the original, keep the original. You know what I mean? Like you said, be it the voices, the sounds, the music, all that sort of stuff. It was brilliant. I think the action's going to be awesome as well. Um, because times has changed.
Mm.
What they showed to kids these days is different back then. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's a good thing, but they show kids more violence and stuff these days than they did back then. So I feel like this time Wolverine's gonna finally chop someone. Not saying he's gonna chop someone's hands off and see blood and shit, but remember he used to hesitate in those cartoons and just not use his claws. I think we're gonna see a lot more chopping from Wolverine and stuff like that.
I hope so. I hope so.
I couldn't
I
stop
hope so.
smiling. I couldn't stop smiling. It was so good. It was, oh man. It was good. It was good. I'm glad I just didn't watch Madam Web this week. This is how bad it is. Again, I would have paid for that X-Men trailer than paid for Madam Web. Saying that, I used my 50% discount to get my cinema ticket. So just putting that out there. Otherwise, I would have been even more upset. Listen, carrying on with Marvel, man. They dropped another thing, the Fantastic Four little poster. Confirming the Fantastic Four. I know people were like, oh, is it Pedro Pascal and all that sort of stuff? Confirming listen, I think he's gonna do great. I'm sorry, man. I see it. I see it. You put the white things on his head. I see it. And listen, he's an actor and he's a brilliant actor.
Yeah.
Whatever the accent, it doesn't matter. Wherever his background is. I'm gonna be real with you. He looks Caucasian anyway, right?
Yeah.
But listen, I'm not trying to say they need to pick. He's a brilliant actor. I hope that people like him and these characters, these actors and actresses take this one serious and they read the comics to try and portray it. Because that's what was happening with all the previous actors and whatnot, And the people can, like, I don't mean to be bad. I'm going back to shit on Spiderweb or Madam Web, sorry. I don't mean to be bad, but she don't know, like, and all love to her. I think she was the one that stuck up for Palestine as well. That doesn't matter anyway. All love to her. All success to her. She couldn't even name one of Tom Holland's Spider-Man movies. Now, she don't know shit about this universe. You don't have to. You're an actress. Your job is not to be a comic book fan. Let's be real. But when you got these characters and you got like a John Bethnal or any one of them guys, right? I'm thinking of who plays Doctor Strange again? Cumberbatch. And then go into comic book shops and they're like, let me do my research. They're taking it serious, for Doctor Strange, Punisher. Pedro Pascal and all these lot, I hope they take these rules. I hope they go into comic book shop and read the comics. They're actors. They can either portray them how they want with no knowledge and the director's vision, or they can really read the comics and be like, I think Reed's going to take it this way. And I think that's what's important. You know what I'm trying to say? Pedro Pascal's an A-class actor, in my opinion. If he is that, I believe he will go and do his research and he will go read the Fantastic Four comics and be like, I think I know how to handle Reed Richards. This is just my opinion. But if they don't and they choose to do it their own way, I think that's where. And no, what I'm saying is they should do it their own way, but get the research and then
have the knowledge there, bro.
But without knowledge and be like, fuck, I'm just gonna do Reed Richards like fucking some scientist from some young Frankenstein. That's not gonna work. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Does that make sense? I'm trying to make a comparison. Have the background knowledge so you can really do it. And I believe these actors and actresses can do it, especially Pedro Pascal, because he's playing a major character in the MCU. We're talking about Reed Richards here, and I think he could do it. I think he could do it. My opinion. What's your thoughts on that picture?
Listen, bro, it has that. Excuse me. It has that classical look, bro. It has that Jack Kirby written all over it. You know what I mean? It's like a tribute to Jack for the work he did for Marvel and the comic book industry itself. It was delightful to see, bro. Look, great cast, man. Joseph Quinn, who was in Stranger Things, playing Johnny Blaze. You've got the other actor who was in The Bear. I can't remember his Ben awesome. Something.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name.
I'm bad with names.
You know what? Let's do some respect, bro.
Respect. Yeah, no, you're right. I'm bad with names. I can never remember names, so I try not
Yeah,
to.
no, names are always hard, but great performance. Look, Vanessa Kirby, she's awesome. Joseph Quinn, who's going to play Johnny Blaze. His name's Ibon Moss. Man, that name, man. I'm going to call him Ibon Moss. Anyway, Ibon.
Well,
Yes,
who was
Ibon.
he? Who was he in Stranger Things? Did you
No,
say?
Joseph Quinn was in Stranger Things. He played Eddie, the guitar.
Okay, and he's been Johnny. He's playing Johnny Blaze.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
Ibon Moss is the guy from The
The
Bear who
bear.
plays Richard, who's just always stressed out, screaming, shouting, party, who's going to play the Thing. Vanessa Kirby is going to play Sue Storm, and as you know, Pedro Pascal is going to play Mr. Fantastic himself, Reed Richards. There seems to be a really good cast there, and I don't know if it's official because it's got Jack Kirby's name on there.
What do you mean on the cast list?
Yeah, and it's got Adam Driver, Dan Stevens, Melissa Burgos. They've
Adam
got a few
Driver.
people on
Wait,
it.
do you think Doctor Doom? Adam Driver? Because he might be a good Doctor Doom.
Oh,
And
why
there was
shit,
rumors of him, and I think like his performance was Kylo Ren. I think he might be a good fucking Doctor Doom.
shit, bro. You're right. You are right, bro. That could be it. Anyway, we could just stumbled on something there. We maybe have to use this clip later on in the future to say, look, I saw it. It's on Google now, so it says Adam Driver. It doesn't say who's playing.
Could be.
That's
I mean,
sick.
if there's anyone that play, I mean, depending. And apparently, this is based in the 60s or something. If this is true,
Hmm.
if that is though, if they bring him into the new MCU, they're gonna be old as fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see a young Reed Richards and whatnot, and a
Yeah,
young
I know,
Johnny
but
Blaze.
that's the thing though. If they're time hopping,
If
you're
that's the
right. It's going to be
plan,
quite difficult because
eh,
they said this from what I heard, and this is our conversation I had with Wolver Steve. So Wolver Steve, I'm going to hold you to it. He said there's going to be time travel involved in this, so they get powers in the 60s, time traveling issues, get stuck in the early 2020s, and then start from there because that kind of works better. It kind of lines up with Far From Home, No Way Home, No Way Home, Far From Home. What's the first one? Homecoming,
Homecoming.
where he was selling that building, which could become the Baxter building later on in the future. Remember when
Yeah,
Happy and
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
they could
yeah,
link it up
yeah.
that way.
And
That'd be quite
also,
cool.
yeah, also with this MCU, like it's difficult to go all the way up to End Games and never heard of the Fantastic Four. Do you know what I mean? Like they would have been there. So maybe introducing these characters through a multiverse and time travel might make it more sense to be like, all right, they're part of our universe now because they time traveled in, just like they're doing with Deadpool and whatnot. And I know that might be an easy way or a cheap way to get characters in, but in this comic book world, it's hard to have an Endgame level movie and the X-Men are not involved, and Fantastic Four are not involved. So maybe it's like, hey, well, they were not in this world, but now they are through time travel. So hey, I buy it. I listen, I buy it. I'm fucking
That's just me spitballing, but I know Wolf Steve, that's his thing. So I thought I'd mention it on here. But shout outs, guys. That episode comes out very soon. I'll have that out next week.
how yeah, okay. I was gonna say
Yeah, that was
I'm still editing a deals one. When do you want me to release that?
you can release it next week if you want, if you're ready.
Yeah, okay, I'll finish
We
up
can
this
do
week.
2 geek out sessions to send out. Just
All
let me
right.
know what day so we don't clash.
All right, cool, cool, cool. Sorry, went off topic. Hey man, Wicked. Hey, listen, Wicked for Marvel, except Spiderweb, but that's not Marvel, that was Sony, so they lose. Sony, you might as well. You're doing what Fox did and just losing. Why don't you just give? Why don't you just make a deal, right? Just stop with your universe. Just stop. It's not going anywhere. You lose. Anyway, Marvel smashed it this week. Fine, listen, man. I don't know how these movies and stuff are gonna be, but Marvel's giving us some joy. It's been a while, man. It's been a while, bro.
It has, it has, it has. I'm looking
Oh,
forward to it, bro. Like, I wanted to start a new series on our channel, on our socials, where I know it's hard to get people's time online and try and get random episodes done. But when something like that comes out, I want to be able to go live with somebody on Instagram and say, come, bro, jump on this. Let's do a geek out session on Instagram so that we have different type of stuff coming out. Because We're doing great. You know, bless. I keep saying Alhamdulillah. Like, you know, with the amount of love we get from people that do watch our channel, and it's overwhelming sometimes. You know, like Wolver Steve yesterday was saying he's proud of what we do because we show so much love in what we do as well. He goes, "You're not there for the clicks and likes. You're genuinely just fans like me, and that's always delightful to see when somebody really enjoys it. That's the reason why people share your stuff as well. For the guys that shared my X-Men clips, that's my childhood, man. Like that's joy in itself, knowing that, look, man, they saw me geek out and they shared it because they were like, look at this fucking fan of ours, probably in his late 40s, early 40s, freaking out over a kids program, and they can see the love in that, and it's amazing that people can see that as well. So, guys, I can't thank you guys enough. Honestly, you guys show so much love. So I'm happy that you guys enjoy the content. And you know what? Shout outs to all the studios that hook us up as well. Look, I've got to say, there's a handful of people out there that really look to us and see what we love. I mean, the opportunities we got last year to interview people that are random, like I didn't know you saw our stuff. I didn't know we were on the list that we could do that, you know. Jeff Rowe, fucking Adam Deacon, that's like amazing in itself. Jeremy Adams from Warner Brothers in DC for Mortal Kombat, like that shit is. I always see it as a delight to speak to other creators, and it's because of stuff that we love, you know. So we're lucky,
Hey,
man.
we're
Honestly,
we're in the industry, man. We're in the industry now. Hey, listen, end of the day, bro. We've been spending almost 10 years on this. I mean, 9 years. I'm adding an extra year or two, but 8, 9 years on this, man. It's not. It didn't just happen, and we made loads of mistakes, and we grew from them. We're constantly making mistakes, and we're growing from them. We come up with new ideas. Some of them don't work out, and it doesn't matter, man. We're doing different things. We're sharing roles. I'm learning new things. I'm trying to do something. It's all a learning curve, but the fact of the matter is what we're seeing is progress, and people sharing and enjoying our content, and having guests on, and you doing interviews and having those relationships with studios. I mean, who fucking knew? Who knew? I didn't know, but we're doing it. We're doing our thing. We're here every week. Sometimes we're late in the week, sometimes we're early, but we're always doing it. We're always doing our thing. And I genuinely enjoy taking notes about stuff that I think is interesting and that falls in the pop culture world that's interesting to us. Put the notes down and be like, yeah, we're gonna geek out about this. Hey man, moving on to just finishing off with other things that we watched. I watched a movie called The Outfit on Netflix. Brilliant movie. Brilliant.
yeah.
Yeah, oh my God, it was so good. And I gotta give shout outs. Again, I should have it all prepared. The Outfit, 2020. How could it be a 2022 movie? Oh, damn. Then it's an old movie. It just came out on Netflix.
Okay.
But listen, it's got Zoe Dutch in it, Mark Rylance, Johnny Finn, Dallin O'Brien, Simon Russell Bale. Trying to give shout outs to some of the actors and what's it. Not that I know all of them who they are and whatnot. Listen, but it is a brilliant movie that is based in Chicago in I think like the 60s or something like that, the 70s. And it's all in one location in a tailor shop. And basically, I don't want to spoil it or anything, but just some shit goes down, but it's so capturing and dramatic and engaging that the whole film takes in this one location, but you're in, and the main character is this Englishman who came from obviously England and whatnot. He's an expert, and you don't call him tailor. What does he call himself? A sewer, I think he said, right? Because literally sews and customizes suits. He's an expert in his craft. There's something about him. There was something about him because he speaks very slowly. He speaks like a gentleman, and he sews his clothes like an expert. He's a perfectionist at what he does. And there's something about him where you're like, I'm very engaged with this character. He's old and slow, but you're very engaged with the way he's portraying himself, the way he talks to people, it is absolutely amazing. Such a great movie. Me and the missus pull it on while we're eating food. We're like, let's just put on for 30 minutes while we eat. Stuck for the whole movie. I didn't even check my phone. Bro, do you know how many times I pick up my phone during movies these days? I didn't even pick up my phone. That's how good it was. That's how good it was. All in one location. I think a handful of actors and actresses, and that's it. Fantastic.
Let's watch it. I need to watch it. So it's
Absolutely
called
fantastic.
what's it called?
The Outfit on Netflix.
The Outfit. All right, cool.
On
I'll check
Netflix.
that out.
That
Definitely.
was brilliant. The other one I watched was The American Fiction, which I had no idea. And again, this movie existed. And let me pull up the name because I should always do that.
Jeffrey Wright, man. Jeffrey Wright. It's so good. So good. And I love the way they did it, bro. That's my type of film. That is exactly my type of film. A creative, going for creative things. But bro, he did crack me up when he went into gangster mode. And he was trying to force it. And it's amazing that because he's People's Hernandez to me. He'll always be People's
Yeah, he
Hernandez.
brought that bot back. Yeah.
He brought that bot back in. I was cracking up, bro. But you know, it's a story for creators, bro. It's a story of what we creatives go through and the struggles, and having a moment in our lifetime when we have to do something that's not really us, but we're doing it because he did it to say fuck you, and look what happened. He ended up doing really well.
Yeah, but the dilemma about this whole situation was he was an African American writer who wanted his books just to be part of general reading or whatever it was, not to be classed with African American writers. Not that there was anything wrong with that. He was like, our book shouldn't be split by the color of our skin. It should be based on the content and whatnot.
Exactly.
And then he was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna write this joke thing, which was just a stereotypical about African Americans and whatnot, this gangster thing, my father's not there, all this sort of shit. And the Caucasian industry ate it up. He got successful with it, won book of the year, all this sort of stuff. And what I found hilarious and was actually, I can't remember, figure the word. It was, remember they were doing the awards, they were the judges for the awards of the best book, and that book was winning. And him and the African American girl, they were like, no, like this is basic. And then the woman, the other three Caucasian judges, they voted for be the best book or whatever. And I'm spoiling it, guys. I'm sorry, but I just found the dilemma so funny. And then the woman was like, this is amazing. We're really giving the African Americans the voice. We're really listening to their voice. This is our time to listen to their voice. And then the two African Americans are sitting there like, we just voted no. Like, what do you mean you're listening to our voices? Bro, the movie was like so good. He's brilliant.
It's clever.
Yeah, very clever.
It's clever. It's a clever movie. I love the direction they went in. I love the message in there as well. No, man, good,
I like
great
the ending.
film.
Spoiler alert.
Ending was
because you don't know, like, right? You don't know what direction it took at the end.
exactly. It was all written, bro. It was only a dream.
So
yeah. It's only a dream.
That
bro.
was
really good film. Really surprised me as well. But you know what?
Sorry,
shout out to Rob Island. He told me to watch it as well. But go on, what made you laugh?
What that was Will Smith and what was that?
Yeah.
Fresh Prince?
Yeah, Fresh Prince, when he was in that other girl's house and the Tonks guy came in, it was like, this is only a dream.
And Carlton got into it with his body movement. Sorry, brilliant movie, guys. Check it out. Action, American Fiction. Just a great movie. Cool. Those are that's what I watched. Anything else you watched apart outside of that list?
Harry Potter, The Goblet of Fire. So I'm continuing my journey on the Harry Potter journey. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Because the first movies, I wish I followed the journey 20 years ago, but they're really young and it's quite kiddish, and I can understand the story of where Voldemort was going. But then, bro, Prisoner of Azkaban was a good film, Azkaban, and then fucking Goblet of Fire, bro. Voldemort comes, bro. This shit got deep, bro. I was like, fucking Batman's in it and shit. Well, young Batman.
Which mean?
Cedric. What's his name, man? What's his real name? Who's the one who plays the vampire in Twilight, bro? And then he played the Batman.
Oh, why have I gone blank for, man?
I've gone blank.
Yeah.
Hold up, man. The poster's right here. Robert Pattinson.
Jeez, I went completely blank. Jeez.
Yeah, so Robert Pattinson. But listen, bro, like the story is getting a
Cedric.
bit dark now. His name was Cedric in that. I swear it was Cedric.
Okay.
Deep. It's quite
thinking,
deep.
I thought you were gonna say Cedric the Entertainer. I'm like, what Batman did he play?
Batman. No, that's deep. Uh,
So go on, Patterson.
yeah, Patterson. Uh, I'll call him back. It's my manager. Uh, yeah. So Robert Pattinson, he was in it. He plays Cedric. But no, really good, bro. I enjoyed that. And then, let me just talk about Dune while I'm on it. So last minute, got invited to go watch a screening of Dune, which was, bro, it's an amazing film, man. It continues the story. Like, you can't say is it better than the first one. It's not. It's following the same story, Paul's journey. Fucking Hans Zimmer's score, the visuals by Denise is just gorgeous, and Timothy is one astonishing actor, bro. Like, I need to watch Wonka. I think I'm gonna watch that tonight. But Timothy's powerful performance in this smashed it, bro. Shamalays, or whatever his name is, bro. He is sick in this, bro. Because Dune is a powerful story. Dune was the one that inspired Game of Thrones and Star Wars and all of these other movies. This is like the movie, bro. Bro, brilliant. I know the premiere was yesterday and the premiere looks sick, bro. They had a nice setup, man. But the movie's gorgeous. If you enjoyed the first one and you're gonna enjoy Paul's journey in this one, it's insanely good, bro. Insanely good. Plus, I got to share the room with Mark Camone, who's like the biggest guy who does all those big reviews and stuff like that, which was a proper geek out moment for me because I was like, dude, thanks for inspiring, man, because we watch your reviews younger. Now I'm sitting in the same room as you. That's like an achievement there in itself. Uh, Bro, there's only so much I can say. I mean, if you haven't read the books, I don't want to spoil the movie, but fully, you'll enjoy it. It's a great. It comes out March, so enjoy it, man. Fucking
I'm
moist,
definitely a cinema movie for me, so I'm looking forward to that. I might even do IMAX because I think I've done the first one
bro.
in
IMAX,
IMAX.
definitely.
I think I might do that. But yeah, all right, I'm looking forward to that one. Cool. Do we move on?
Yeah,
Anything else?
let's move on. Let's
All
move
right,
on,
let's
bro.
move
Yeah.
on to what we've read. I'm still reading that Punisher Max comic. Absolutely brilliant. Again, it's taken a lot. The movie Punisher Warzone has taken a lot from this comic, and
Okay.
it's just absolutely amazing. There was a scene. I don't want to, but it doesn't matter about spoilers. There's a scene where they capture Micro helps capture the Punisher and his
Hmm.
whole CIA, FBI agents or whatnot. They want to use Frank. And they think Frank's stupid. They're trying to use Frank to be like, listen, what happened to your family is a tragedy, and the murdering that you're doing on these streets is because he just murdered. Remember that scene from the Warzone when he goes into the mafia house, it's his birthday, and he kills everyone. That's literally from this comic, but he does it in a
Yeah,
more
yeah.
gruesome fashion in this one, literally with an M16 just blowing the shit up of everyone. Anyway, so they're like, why don't we use that to really go out and kill some bad guys? And he's trying to get the Punisher to go kill Bin Laden. And Frank just smashes it with his response. I can't remember the exact words. It was on my Instagram, but he was just basically like, you want to use me to go and kill the monsters that you lot have created, to fund your wars, to fund the industrial military regime and whatnot. Goes, fuck you. I'm not doing that shit. My war's here. My war's here. These people killed my family. This government system let my family down. This law system let my family down. My war's here. I'm not fighting no more wars for you lot. I saw that in Nam, and this what that war did to me. And now you want to send me out there to kill someone that you created? Fuck. I was like, Frank is breaking it fucking down. Amazing, bro. Listen, I'm a sucker for Frank Castle. I'm still waiting for my Punisher 3, man. That comic book shop dark me, man. I feel bad. Not bad. I feel like, what's the word? Like, again, bad service, man. I'm like, guys, I've been
Hmm.
buying comics from you for a whole year, right? And you know anything Punisher's my name, right? Like, you know that, right? And I've been asking you for Punisher Volume 3. Do you know what they did the other day? It was Comic-Con the other day, and in thing, they go, listen, we're not going to save you one. Whatever sells at Comic-Con, we're going to sell it. And I'm like, I've been buying my comics from you non-stop. How could you not just save me one? And I was like, I'm like, fuck, man. I feel like actually not going back there. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, this is bad service, man. Like, as a loyal customer, like, you know I'm coming back. You know I'm getting my Punisher comics from you. As a loyal customer, why can't you just keep a copy from me? No, we're
No
gonna
loyalty. No
yes,
loyalty.
this
No
country.
respect.
Dubai, it's just Dubai. Dubai is all about money. There's not about customer service and loyalty. It's just about if you can make the money from one person, let's just make it. There's no such thing about relationships and things. So it's just that mentality. But I was very disappointed. I mean, I'll go back because I need my issue, but I was very disappointed with them. Worst case, I guess I'll just have to find a new comic book shop.
Okay. Oh, Bubble. What's up? She
Oh,
didn't want to sleep. Oh, Bubble. Okay, I've got. I can't. Oh no! I showed your
cover face,
face.
cover
You're on
face.
the internet.
All right.
I'm sorry, Dad.
I will avoid swear. Oh, she can't hear you anyways, but I still don't want to swear in front of her. All right. Anything new you read or?
No, nothing new yet, bro.
All right,
Oh, you
cool.
know what? She's not happy at all, bro. Hold on.
Let's move on. I'll carry on while Kibs is doing that. We'll move on to the MCU. Not much here, but just a real quick one. Disney's latest earnings call failed to mention several Marvel movies. So I think Disney, obviously, their earnings has been bad. I think Disney Plus lost a lot of money. Disney in general lost a lot of money. And I think they failed. They're saying that they failed to call some of the Marvel movies out because of their basic success. But we all know, everyone knows the success of those recent movies coming out and whatnot. So nothing really to hide. But listen, they haven't been great. And I think they haven't been, actually, again, we shared loads of our point of,
I'm almost done. Hold on.
we shared a lot of our opinions, trying to find the damn word. It's, listen, let them take their time. What they brought out this week, X-Men, Marvel, Deadpool, that stuff, smashed it. So I'm just talking about Disney's earnings. So let's see what
Yeah, that's cool.
it's just been basic. Cool. Moving on, DC Studio stuff. Guardians of the Galaxy 3's composer, John Murphy, will officially be composing the score for James Gunn's Superman Legacy. So,
Cool.
that should be good because James Gunn's all about
He's good with music. He's good.
And
Yeah.
it could be different. It could be different. Look, Superman, you always think of an epic theme song, right? He's known for that, from Hans Zimmer to the original. Let's see what James Gunn does with this, because I think you want that as well as you can put other stuff in this. So let's see how it goes. One Star Wars news I have, Diego Luna confirms that Andor Season 2 has officially completed filming in a touching tribute to the cast and crew of the hit Star Wars show, Andor, which was supposed to be one of the best ones. I have to be honest with you, I didn't finish it off. It was definitely one of
It was
the
really
longer
good.
ones.
I really enjoyed
And
it.
it really got into the political side of things, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, that's finished. Let's quickly go through other movie news. Jason Bourne 6 is officially in the works at Universal Pictures. Matt Damon's will be asked to return once again. So once the script is ready. So there's that one. Disney has announced a sequel to Moana, and it comes out later this year. Moana with The Rock.
Cool. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson and Dave Bautista are set to star in a new action movie based on Red 5 Comics Afterburn. So those two are going to be in the movie. I'm not familiar with that comic, to be honest with you, but two fantastic dudes in the movie. 20th Century Studios is expanding the Predator franchise with a new standalone movie called Badlands. Listen, the previous one they did, I can't remember what it's called, was fucking fantastic. The one with the Comanche female, whatever, that was fantastic. I don't know. Hopefully they carry on with that type of thing. All right, we got our new Karate Kid.
Yes, I heard.
The American-born Chinese show. I watched that on Disney Plus, which was standard, easy to watch show and whatnot. That young kid, Ben Wang, is the new Karate Kid. And it's going to be with Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio, whatever his name is. So that's our new Karate Kid. Listen, he in that show, he played this like little geeky type of kid, and eventually had some powers in martial arts and shit. But yeah, it might be good. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm not judging it now. I mean, we'll see how it is. Look, the remake they done with just Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith or whatever was so-so, but Cobra Kai has been fantastic. So if you have that same sort of vibe, this could be awesome. So let's see how that goes. But we got a new Karate Kid. All right, moving on to video games. I want to give a better review for Tekken 8 because I completed the story mode. Tekken 8 is definitely the best of its franchise, obviously, but just the way they've taken that story mode is absolutely fantastic. I did not play, I know Mortal Kombat, I know the Justice League beat 'em up games. They took the story mode in a very different direction. It wasn't just like a normal arcade mode, you get a little ending. They really put a story in it. This was fantastic, man. It was amazing. And I'm spoiling it, but the last battles with Jin and Kazuya, bro, it was like a proper anime. But it was
No, I need to check it out.
brilliant. Bro, because bro, it's not just 3 rounds and you're done. I think you fight Kazuya in many forms, devil form, angel form, human form. I think you fight him in like 10 to 12 rounds. It's fucking amazing. You beat him in a round. They have a little CGI cutscene, get some inspiration, come back, bro. It was intense. I think it's a 40-minute or 45-minute fight at the end with Kazuya. It's brilliant. It's so fucking good. So I'm definitely
I'll
gonna
have to
go
check
back and
that
play
out.
that. But now I'm playing arcade mode. So you're trying to learn little combos with each character. Guys, check out the channel. I'm gonna put little gaming clips up as always with combos and stuff. But you got 40 characters to just kind of learn combos and just learn their little arcade story mode, which is awesome. I kind of wish it was all connected in that one big story, but that's a big thing to do. But bro, it's fantastic. I haven't even touched any of the other modes yet, like offline mode, online mode. They got Tekken Ball back. They got a league mode. I haven't touched none of that. I'm just going for the arcade mode. Tekken 8 is fantastic, and the fighting is powerful. The combat system is impactful. Everything has a sound impact, an impact. I don't know how to explain it. It's just powerful. So good. The martial arts, the fluidity. Some of the characters don't have like real good martial arts and whatnot, but some of the character design. I mean, you got Bruce Lee, you got Law, you got Paul, you got Steve. Traditional martial arts or whatever. You got Kazuya, you got Jin, all those Taekwondo from Hurang, Capoeira, all that stuff, right? The character designs, bro. You could just look at Yoshimitsu and be like, wow. Like, remember, he always had this great predator type look and whatnot. He looks fantastic. The costume design on Yoshimitsu is fantastic. On all of them is fantastic, but Yoshimitsu specifically, absolutely amazing. Tekken 8, guys, check it out. I think it's fantastic. For beat 'em up game, I'm definitely impressed, man. I don't think I'll get bored of this one for a while. And beat 'em up games generally I get bored quick because it's just simple, arcade mode and that's it. But there's way more to this one, and I definitely will play the storyline mode more again because I really want to be better with the characters and have better battles and stuff. So, and there's options in there. I want to see what the other options take me in the story. So that's another awesome thing about that. So Tekken 8, guys, check it out. Amazing. All right, let's finish off with retro movie reviews. And this week, we are going to be talking about Double Impact, 1991, Jean-Claude Van Damme and Jean-Claude Van Damme in Double Impact. Bro, classic Van Damme movie. Handsome bastard in this one, especially the meaner Van Damme, the brother who's born and raised in Hong Kong and he got stubble. Handsome bastard. He doesn't wear silk underwear and shit. Remember that scene? Bro, this movie, again, classic Van Damme movie is freaking fantastic, man. The action's brilliant. You can see the sense of John Woo style that he was trying to, because later when he introduces John Woo to Hollywood, and I believe he gets John Woo into Hollywood and they do Hard Target and all that sort of stuff. Based in Hong Kong, I lived there, so going back and watching that movie and seeing how it was back in 1991, you're like, oh shit, those places, new territory, and they talk about the Kowloon Victoria Underground Passage, and like, oh shit, okay, it's all familiar to me and whatnot. And Bolo Young's in there, who's a legend. He was in he starred with some movies, the movie with Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon.
Enter the Dragon.
I mean, he's just a legend. One thing that made me laugh about that end fight scene, though, I had to just throw it out there. There's that scene with Bolo Young and the nicer Van Damme, the LA Van Damme fight, Hollywood Van Damme fight. Bolo Young picks up the remember the big oil drum tankers and whatnot, and he throws them at him like a boss in a video game or whatnot. First of all, while he's picking them up, you should have just kicked him in the face. But anyway, it doesn't matter. His technique when he picked up those things was Olympic style perfect, bro. I was busted up. They're in the middle of a life and death fight, right? And this guy killed his parents. And then he lets Bolo Young pick up the thing, and his technique's perfect. Feet, knees are aligned, shoulders are aligned, like locked out shoulders. He's squatting, picks it up, and then he throws it. I'm like, wow, he's proper technique, man. He ain't looking to pull his muscle in this fight, man. And Van Damme just watches him as he perfectly picks up these oil drums and throws it at him. But listen, just laughing at that. It doesn't matter. The action, the martial arts, the spinning kicks, beautiful. Van Damme's the best, the most back then, man, the most flamboyant martial artist on screen. I mean,
Definitely,
fantastic.
Yeah, now when I watched it the other day, it made me laugh, like the cheesy music, but being in Hong Kong as well, going to see you there and reminding me of where those places were. I was like, oh my God, like I remember being in these places. Interesting, like, you know, the story is quite basic. It's a revenge story, but there's a scene in there that really threw me off, bro. So it's when they're on that island, yeah, and you know the uncle and the girlfriend's been taken, and you've got the rough Van Damme woke up from sleep on the beach because he got drunk because they had a fight the night before, and there's a scene where there's these army guys coming out of the bush and he starts shooting at him in slow motion, and I'm like, why did they make this scene slow motion? Because Van Damme
He does,
just slowly.
was it when he does that and you just see the big bicep and he's like, doom, doom. Yeah. Bro, it sticks out.
Like
You know what? Do you know what's funny? Dad was watching that movie when I was in London during Christmas. And I remember that specific scene. And I was like, wow, look at that bicep. And when I watched the movie, I was like, wow, look at that bicep. And look how you're bringing it up as well.
And it's such a random scene. He would have got shot in that scene. Van Damme should have been dead in that scene. But the guy came out, it's like, and then he was like, lifted the gun up, bicep. It was slow. They even had him jump up in slow motion. I was like, this is so random. But listen, man, Van Damme at his best, flamboyant, great film, great action film. There's nothing more that I'm gonna ask, bro. Like when I put on a Van Damme movie, bro, just make sure you're showing your booty and you do the splits and the side kick and the spinning kick. I'm happy, bros. You know what I mean?
Oh, weird. I'm sorry, bro, but I was just about to say that in the beginning scene when he's doing the ballerina or the stretching with the girls, and he does his splits, you just see booty. You see his booty, and you're just like, should I turn away or should I just watch his booty? Like,
I need to do some more squats first. Bro, listen, good fun movie, man. Really enjoyable. And even to this day, for it to entertain me to this day, then the movie's still got something.
Oh hell yeah, oh yeah. And Bolo Young's a bad motherfucker, man. He's badass, man.
He
You
is.
know what I mean? Like he's cool. Listen, the way he died and all that stuff, like you can laugh at all the action, but he's badass. The story, yes, simple, but back then that story is just perfect for an action movie, you know, a nice revenge
Exactly.
story and bit of business here and blah blah blah. Hong Kong, yeah, bro, just brought back memories. It's really good. I mean, he loves Hong Kong. As far as I know, Van Damme loves Hong Kong. Bloodsport and all that stuff was there, all in Kowloon City and all that sort of stuff. Brilliant movie, man. When a retro movie like that, I could go back and watch it and have no like hesitations and feel like, come on. Those movies, man, like they're easy to watch. And maybe
Exactly.
we're from that era, we just generally enjoy it and I don't feel no thing. I mean, yeah, no, well, brilliant movie, man. And what was also awesome is you could tell which one was the real one. When they were together, every scene that they were together, you could tell which was the real one because the fake one looked completely bad CGI. Like he looked like one of those Star Wars, you know, when they come back in the mind. Yeah, they come back as a hollow, whatever.
No, sorry, Ghost, Force
yeah.
Ghost.
He literally looked like a Force Ghost. Every time they sat next to each other, one of them looked like a Force Ghost. You're like, that's the fake one. And then every other scene, they just tried not to put them in the same thing because, you know. But listen, that's 1991. It's cool. Like, it's an action movie. It's not supposed to have the best CGI and whatnot. But
Exactly.
that was another take from that. But yeah, man.
No, it was good. It was
Brilliant
good.
movie.
It was good.
Brilliant movie.
More to come. What are we doing next week?
I don't know. You tell me. What do you want to do on the list? maybe we could talk about it offline, but I could watch it. I'll watch it tomorrow. So let me know. Let's talk about it. What do you want to do?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Guys, if you have any recommendations of any retro
Recommend.
movie reviews that you want us to review or just watch again and talk about it, let us know, please. Like, let us know, comment, and we'll definitely watch it. Because I watched one that Adil recommended, and we'll talk about it on the podcast there. But it was generally pretty good. It was an anime, Princess Monoko no, or something like that, in
Okay.
1997 or something. So we'll talk about that. You'll see that on that podcast. But I'm open to recommendations for retro movies, man. So let us know, guys, and we'll think.
No,
But Kibs,
we'll
let's
do
talk
that.
offline about which one we want to watch, because I'm gonna watch it tomorrow morning to get a fresh retake.
No, let's definitely. All right, bro. I got to run and I got to call my manager back. So
All
listen,
right.
guys, as always, we'll wrap this up. Massive thank you for all the love on the channel. You guys are absolutely amazing. Make sure you're following us on all other streaming platforms. If you're on the commute and you want to listen to a podcast about two brothers geeking out, check it out on Spotify, Amazon, and Apple Podcast. Follow us on our social media journey, Instagram, TikTok, and X. You'll find all of our stuff on there. But on our YouTube page, you guys will. I've started to post on our community page much more often now, so you catch our reviews there and what we're up to.
All right.
All right, man. One love.
Let me just get this picture. 1, 2, 3.
Peace.
All right, guys, we out. Peace.